as Raul Ruidiaz put on an absolute clinic.
Oh, hey, Jerry, are you excited for our first ever playoff episode?
I guess.
Come on, man, don't be so down in the dumps that LAFC finished 7th in the league. I mean, we have a shot to make history, to get revenge. I mean, it's not 2019 anymore.
It sure isn't. Last season, we had the best team in MLS history, the MVP, and the Golden Boot. We finally beat the Galaxy in the conference semifinals, only for Seattle to ruin destiny and shove their faces at the bank. Oh my gosh, I am not ready for this game. What is going on?
Relax. When have I ever let you down? I have a plan. Did my own sound effects. All right, bright lights, big city, to sleepless in Seattle. Do you read me? Sleepless in Seattle. Do you copy?
Loud and clear, bright lights, big city. It's a go for sleepless in Seattle. Over.
Oh, is that Vince number 2? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Oh, hey, Jerry. I guess Connor let you in on the biggest secret in MLS. Of course, being a pretty well-known, if not famous, LAFC insider, I needed to disguise myself, and I went stereotypical Seattleite.
What is going on?
Once I knew we were facing the Sounders in the first round, I sent Vince 2 on an undercover mission to get any intel we can from the Sounders to relay back to Bob Bradley. I mean, you know, Vince, I said to dress like a typical Seattleite, not a stereotypical one.
Look, I went with the classic. This is grunge. It started here in Seattle.
Seriously, man, I can smell you from here.
Really? Because all I smell is teen spirit.
What?
Like the song.
Oh, Nirvana,
Yep.
Got you.
Oh, well, whatever. Never mind, guys.
Right, okay, so what's the 411?
You know what, guys? Not much activity out here at this stadium. I mean, that's to be expected from a place that gets like 20 days of sunlight a year. I did manage to catch a glimpse of Sounders training, but it was about what you'd expect. Nico Lodero was all over the field causing havoc. Jordan Morris was running past guys on the left side, little 1-2s with Brad Smith. And Stefan Fry, dude, what can you say about that guy? He's unbeatable in goal.
Unless you're Simon.
Sounds about right.
Not to worry, guys. I'm actually headed to the hip suburb of Fremont after this. It's got a place called the George and Dragon Pub. It's actually infested with Sounders diehards, and it was founded in 1995, the same year that grunge died. Coincidence? Maybe. Relevant to our mission? Probably not.
What?
Sweet, we'll check back in with you if there's anything you need to relay.
You bet. Sleepless in Seattle. Over and out.
Sounds good. Over. See, Jerry, I have everything under control.
Right, because nothing ever goes wrong with our hijinks. Anyway, can we start with the show now?
Why, of course. This is the 110 Football Show.
Playoff Redemption Edition.
And it starts right now.
It's kicking off in the world of football. From Boyle Heights to Koreatown, all through the 110 corridor. An LAFC fan show by two of their biggest fans. This is where true fans come to get their LAFC fix. So rally your crew and settle in. It's time for 110 Football.
Hey 110 fan-a-lows, we here at the 110 Football Show want to formally extend our congratulations to LAFC forward Bradley Wright-Phillips, who was awarded this season's MLS Comeback Player of the Year award. Let's go, BWP.
BWP spent most of 2019 dealing with injuries in his final year with the New York Red Bulls, where he helped the club win 3 Supporters' Shield titles and twice winning the MLS Golden Boot Award in 2014 and 2016.
The 35-year-old rediscovered his goal-scoring touch with the black and gold, finishing this season with 8 goals and 6 assists in just 18 matches.
Especially with Carlos Vela out most of the year, BWP often led the offense alongside Rossi,
who we should also mention was the youngest ever Golden Boot winner and the MLS Young Player of the Year. I mean, I doubt we'd even make the playoffs without BWP and Rossi.
But as Connor reminded us, Rossi and Brian Rodriguez will miss the match in Seattle due to COVID-19 quarantine protocols after being called up to Uruguay's national team, and Jose Cifuentes and Chiqui Palacios, who were called to Ecuador.
There is no denying that this is a huge blow for LAFC, who have an opportunity to avenge last year's shocking conference final loss. But Bob Bradley now has a healthy Carlos Vela, who's coming off of a goal against Portland, and Seattle won't be with starters Gustav Svensson and Javier Arriaga, who are out with their respective national teams.
But is that enough? I mean, is it? I mean, watching them hoist that conference trophy right in front of us in our house and shove it in our faces at the bank. Oh my God. Please don't remind me, dude.
I know, man, and I hate to do this to you, but check it out.
A night of expectation, a night when one of these two sides will deliver themselves into MLS Cup. It is Atuesta! A cracker from the Colombian. Rui Diaz gave his marker the slip and equalises. Now it's Ladero, and Ladero has turned this game on its head. Here's Rui Diaz, he has a chance, he scored! It is Seattle, a third MLS Cup appearance in 4 years.
Operation Playoff Redemption goes down Tuesday, November 24th, when LAFC head to Seattle 2 days before Turkey Day to hopefully carve some revenge. Kickoff is 7:30 p.m. Pacific, live from CenturyLink Field.
And before we go anywhere, I have an announcement. All right. A bet has been placed. Connor versus Cheyenne. LAFC versus Seattle. Here's how it's going down. If LAFC loses to the Seattle Sounders, I will have to wear a Seattle Sounders jersey on the show and admit that now I'm a fan of the Sounders. But, if LAFC win, Cheyenne will have to wear an LAFC jersey and openly admit that now he is an LAFC fan on his podcast and for our show.
Okay, all right.
The stakes are high. This
This
is
is
the biggest
frightening.
bet that I think we've ever done on the show.
You know, God forbid, but let's say Seattle does win.
Yeah.
Are you still gonna be my co-host? Cause
I'm gonna be the new host of the 110 football. I mean, whatever the highway is in Seattle.
I don't know what it is.
The stakes are high. It's gonna be crazy. Cheyenne, I'm coming for you, man. I'm coming for you. Here's something that may cheer you up, Jerry. 110 Football's very own Eli Lesser will be back here in our new studios next week.
That's right. He's
Yes.
going to be on break. Well, too bad we don't have that many episodes left, but
I mean, that's all depending on how well we do in the playoffs.
true. And now from his college dorm in Syracuse, for the very last time this season, here's the man himself.
Eli. Shield wipe.
Thanks, Connor and Jerry, and now for my top 3 non-LAFC versus Seattle first round playoff matches. Let's start things off with a play-in game, the battle between both expansion sides Nashville SC and Inter Miami. This is awesome for an obvious reason. No matter what, one franchise will get their first playoff victory, so that's going to be really cool. Also, you got two very different sides. You have the attack and power of Gonzalo Higuain and Rodolfo Pizarro on Miami, and then you have the very defensive-minded team in Nashville with guys like Walker Zimmerman, who the Black and Gold know very, very well. Speaking of expansion teams, let's stay in the East for the battle between the 4th seed Orlando City SC and the 5th seed NYCFC. Both of the teams entered the league in 2015 and their histories have been very different so far. This is Orlando's first time making the playoffs, but we did see them make the final of the MLS's back tournament. NYCFC, on the other hand, they've made the playoffs a couple times, but they haven't really gone far. They do have an MVP to their name in David Villa in 2016, so that's pretty dope. But this is going to be a close one as Orlando has been red hot all season, but NYC have caught fire very late in the season, and you can't sleep on the hottest team heading into the playoffs. We finish things off with a matchup in the West, the battle between the 3 seed Portland Timbers and the 6 seed FC Dallas. Portland, they're full of experienced guys who have been there. They've won MLS Cups together. And then you got FC Dallas, who are very young and hungry for a victory. We saw them almost beat the eventual champs last year in the first round, Seattle Sounders in Seattle. So they could do the same thing in Portland, but then again, Portland's got that experience and they just have such great attacking players. I'm really excited to see this one, and I hope you guys are too. That's it, guys. That is it for me in my college dorm room, and I'll see you guys in the studio next week.
So in terms of a final segment from your dorm room, Eli brings the fire on that one. It's nice to get to see what the Eastern Conference is going to look like, picking his favorite matchups. But the most fun part about the playoffs is picking COVID time?
Yeah.
All right.
As you can see, Campbell is our new designated COVID officer. Thank you, Campbell.
Well, as I was saying, the most fun about the playoffs, aside from being COVID safe, is getting to pick winners. And that's what we're going to do today, because, guys, we had so much fun picking our standings, and I think they were 100% spot on. But we're going to pick some winners.
All right.
So let's just get right into it. 1 versus 8. Can anybody give me a reason why I would not just put SKC immediately into the next round?
They beat LAFC.
You can leave.
SKC, not only do they get home field advantage, they actually have fans there as well.
I'm going to go ahead and just make an executive decision here and just go ahead here. 4-5.
Yeah.
A little bit closer, but the big point is here, this team is only 5 because of points per game.
The only reason it is points per game is because of COVID. I mean, if Colorado had Campbell as their COVID safety officer, I mean, I don't think we'd be in this position, you know? I mean, LAFC may still be fifth. Who knows?
Well, I think for one, you're right. Colorado should hire Campbell
Yeah.
for the rest of the season and just keep their players safe. Because I do think they're going to need her, because I think they're going to go on to the next round. If I really like,
And they are the hottest team right now.
I think we're kind of on agreement here with Colorado, the team that everyone loves to hate.
Boo!
Is there any reason why the Portland Timbers, though, are not going to beat a struggling FC Dallas?
Yeah, yikes. I don't know. I mean,
Okay, I'm going to give it to
let's go
Portland.
Portland.
Okay.
What do you think, Campbell?
Yeah.
The matchup everyone wants to talk about, and I think the one we might spend the most time on.
Oh.
Cheyenne Seattle Sounders versus all of ours, you know, the 5 against 1.
5 against 1.
Black and gold LAFC.
This
I
is
feel good about this matchup.
really.
4 internationals are going to be missing for LAFC.
Yeah.
LAFC knows how to play this team without their best players. But Carlos Vela is back. Bradley Wright-Phillips is back. And Mark Anthony Kaye is back.
They're a good matchup, and they play like hard.
You like the revenge pick. You think LAFC wants revenge.
Absolutely.
Is there a better motivator than revenge?
Oh, no.
No.
Absolutely not.
Of course not. All right, so we'll go LAFC here again.
That Cheyenne?
So we made it into round 2, guys.
Jeez.
Congratulations.
All right, cool.
Congratulations.
High fives, high fives.
Hey.
So you get too close, guys.
My bad.
SKC Colorado, this is where my Colorado standing falls flat. I just don't see them. They're too young.
Yeah, I can't.
Glowing endorsement.
I don't know. I can't see a way Colorado beats SKC.
Well, so SKC goes through, and then Campbell has a whole offseason to make sure that they're COVID safe from now
There
on.
you go.
So, okay, SKC.
That's simple.
Makes sense.
I've already kind of told you guys how I feel about Portland LAFC, because I watched that last game of the season. Convinced me why it wouldn't go in a similar direction.
Portland maybe wasn't on their A game, and sometimes if LAFC is having an off day and isn't able to convert, I see Portland maybe going.
Wow, get out of the room.
I'm just saying.
Omar, you've been quiet. What is your take?
I'm just gonna write this down.
Oddly enough, this is a 1 versus 7. It does not feel that way.
Well, I think that goes to show how competitive the MLS is.
A team that falls into 7th place normally is going to say, okay, we're doubting the things we do. Maybe we got to change it up in the playoffs to get something better. I'm going to guarantee you that LAFC does not play any different than they would if they were 1st, 8th, if they were doing a scrimmage game outside of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So last year, Seattle Sounders.
Yeah.
What place did they end up in?
I think they were actually 6th or 7th.
We're 7th place. Last year we were 1st. We got knocked out.
Whoa.
Coincidence? I think
not. Do we need a vote?
No.
All in favor of LAFC? Aye.
I.
Omar, you came up with, please do the honors.
Dun. L-A.
F. C.
Let's go.
This is the 110 brainstorm board. If you guys think you can do better, get at us on Instagram, Twitter. Let us know your picks. But now we're going to get a chance to take over the board one by one. Since I'm already here, I'm going to go first.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I like SKC. I like Colorado. Portland. Okay. LAFC. So I told you guys, I steered you one direction. I actually still like Colorado. I actually like Colorado. I like LAFC. I like LAFC here. And I did the entire bracket in preparation for this, and I got what I'm going to call the Connor Cup.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be LAFC versus
DFC.
Oh, Canada.
I don't think they have what it takes to take out #1 seed SKC. Colorado come up with the win. Portland's gonna win here. And yes, I have to go with my team, LAFC.
Okay.
Colorado's gonna win.
Uh-oh.
He's going to do it.
Uh-oh. He gasped.
Do it.
He sighed.
No. Obviously LAFC.
Imagine putting Colorado.
I know.
All right, but who do you think is going to be the Eastern Conference champion?
Oh, Philly.
Philly.
COVID safety, weapon above the pens. Oh. San Jose Earthquakes. I think Minnesota is still going to come on top. Yeah, I just don't see Dallas winning this. Really, like I can't.
This is where the changes stop.
I'm gonna do it. I'm not too confident.
No.
San Jose, home field disadvantage. The San Jose Earthquakes will win the Western Conference. TFC are gonna beat them though. So, boom.
These PPG standings mean nothing to me.
Okay.
SJ. Oh.
Well, that's.
So we have SJ, Cole matchup.
Whoa.
Oh, brother.
FC Dallas.
Wasowski, game winner, 90th minute.
Oh, how have two of us picked San Jose? And see, now this is actually an interesting matchup. Dun dun.
You right in San Jose, Jerry.
Columbus Crew.
As the COVID police officer, I need all politely to leave the room.
You want us to leave?
Yes. You guys will not understand the standings.
it was been said.
All right.
You are always right.
always right, bro.
Okay, I guess.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Bye.
Thank you. Now they're gone. Let's do magic.
The 110 Football Show is filmed on the 110 stages at XRM Studios in sunny Burbank, California.
Hey guys, welcome to Keys of the Match against the Seattle Sounders this week. We're only a few days away from the start of the MLS Cup Playoffs 2020. I can't believe we're actually made it, but we're here, and let's get right to it. Key number one for LAFC, get Brian Rodriguez and Diego Rossi on a charter flight back to the US so they can get in for this game. MLS is bending some rules here in COVID time to try and get some of these players back with their respective teams. Brian Rodriguez and of course Diego Rossi, very important players, as well as a few others. Can they get them back on the charter flight, get them tested, and have them ready for the big matchup in Seattle? Now for key number two. Bob needs to create a great tactical plan to slow down that Seattle Sounders potent offense. It was only a year ago where Seattle came into LAFC and kicked them out of the playoffs in 2019. Now LAFC has a chance to return that favor up in Seattle. If they're able to slow down Nicolas Lodeiro, who is that engine, Jordan Morris running up and down the field, and Rui Diaz from scoring in the back of the net, they'll have a great chance to come out of Seattle with the win. The third and final key to this match will be if LAFC can be opportunistic in front of goal. Usually you don't have to say that about LAFC as they create tons of chances game in and game out, but I think this game will be a little bit tighter. It's playoffs, no one's gonna give up too many opportunities. Can LAFC, when they get those chances, put them in the back of the net? If they can do that, they'll be flying home with a playoff win under their belt. That's all that I got for Keys to the Match this week. We'll see you in Seattle, and good luck to the black and gold.
What's up, 110 homies? It's your Uncle Jay here with a Champions episode of Uncle Jay's Top 3 Playoff Editions. Let's go! Woo! Today, with the Leg Show winning their historic 17th NBA title in October, they tied the Boston Celtics for the most championships in NBA history, dog. But some Beantown boners are trying to get an asterisk added due to the COVID season. Bro, that's some dirtiness. Boston, can I expect nothing less from you fools? Your Red Sox have had more players pop for PEDs in the last half century than pennies, bro. Whoa! Roger Clemens, Jose Canseco, Manny Ramirez. Point is, Boston, until you stop having your pro athletes cheat, don't even get me started on Deflategate, Patriots. Oh my God, you can shove it up your asterisk, B-Town! And now to my Doyers, who won their first World Series in 32 years. But even after having the 2017 series literally stolen from them by the Astros, reports are coming out from Hustletown where the Asterisks, as I like to prefer to call them, are demanding an asterisk to be added to the Doyers' win due to the COVID shortened season. Whoa! A normal season is 162 games, not including the playoffs. I say every season should be 60 games. Forget about adding an asterisk to the Doyers. Put one next to all the 115 world championships before it. And consider this the new look MLB. With a reasonable 60-game regular season and the Doyers, the inaugural winners! And finally, we come to the LA team I'm most passionate about. With the MLS season entering the playoffs with more teams than ever, and LAFC getting back Vela, there's a real chance for a third LA championship in 2020. But we know the Carson Crybabies and the other Western Conference crap talkers will be gunning for the asterisk should LAFC win the MLS Cup. So, here's my Machiavellian maneuver. I learned that word from Tupac. Shout out to that brother. LAFC needs to bow out of the playoffs, especially with no 32-52 allowed in the bank. Then we could be the ones calling for the asterisk. Bro, can anyone really consider the winning team a champion when they don't have to face the top scoring squad with the top scoring player and Vela is back? We may not have Rossi, but honestly, we're still beasts. So while LA may not get a third championship team this year, we need to look to 2021 where even the Rams could join the party. Come on, Rams, let's go. Got to get your offense popping, but you still got a shot. And that's Uncle Jay's Top 3 LA Playoff Edition. Let's go, Seattle. We're coming for revenge.
Hey, yo, for the first time, I think Uncle Jay was on point. I mean, maybe I'd play fantasy baseball more often if there weren't so many games.
Yeah, and I thought he was pretty professional. I mean, he didn't curse or veer off course too much. Well, I mean, you know, for his standard.
Yeah, but bowing out of the MLS Cup playoffs? Not too sure about that. Giving Seattle that satisfaction again, I think I'll take our chances even without Rossi.
You know, that's the spirit, Jerry, and that's our show for this week.
Join us next week, 7 p.m. Pacific, for a brand new episode of the 110 Football Show.
We'll break down what we hope is an LAFC victory in Seattle.
And should we advance to round 2, we'll also break down the upcoming match against either Portland or FC Dallas.
For the 110 Football Show, Oh, sorry, I gotta take this. 14 missed messages from Vince, too.
Wait, you get messages on there?
Yeah, it's a new iWalkie from Apple. Vince too says his cover was blown.
Oh, I knew it. What happened?
I mean, I don't know. There's no explanation, but he did send a video.
You get videos too?
Yeah, should we watch it?
Sure. Oh, never mind.
Oh, God. Is that a horse?
Oh, the Seattle freeze is real. Didn't he say the pub was in a hip neighborhood?
Well, I mean, saloons were the gastropubs of cowboy times.
I'm pretty sure that's not what that period is called. But like that bar fight, the match against Seattle is sure to be a Wild Western Conference brawl.
It sure will be, partner. For the 110 Football Show, I'm Connor.
I'm Jerry.
I'm Eli Lesser.
I'm Uncle Jay.
I'm Vince One.
I'm Omar.
I'm Campbell.
I'm Benny.
Thanks for watching, and
See you next time on the 110.
Have some little
Look, no can do, Jerry. The second I arrived, a Sounders fan spotted me. No, they thought I was Jordan Harvey.
LAFC, did finish 7th in the league. I'm gonna do that one more time. That was weird.
Oh, social distancing.
Oh, social distancing.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll swip spots. Whoa! Who drew this?
Hey!
Whoa. That's weird.
Isn't that where TFC is supposed to be at?
Oh.
Oh, I'm Campbell. See you next time on the 110.
Good job, Campbell.